Are we going? Oh, wow, we're live. Here it is. This is interesting. What's up, fellow primates? We are here doing a live stream because it's Father's Day and you should live stream on Father's Day if you're a father and that's what you want to do. So that's where we are. That's what we're doing. But we are talking about sleepers. We're talking about sleepers because this came up in the comments on a video yesterday or a little while ago. On the Dodge Ram, no, sorry, not on the Dodge Ram SRT video, on the Chrysler 300C SRT8. So someone commented that it wasn't a sleeper, and so we talked about that a little bit in the comments. But it got me thinking, like, what is a sleeper? What should the definition be? Where should we cut it off? Because I've been using the word sleeper to sort of refer to something that's just faster than you expected. So, and not necessarily just to car people, but like to non-car people. If a non-car people thinks it's just something slow or something normal, and yet it's faster and better than that, then those are the sort of things that I think are, that's a really good thing. Like that would be, in my opinion, a sleeper. But there are other definitions that people hold to with like more strict standards. So, for instance, oh, well, let's talk about the Chrysler, the SRT8. So the thinking is that, a normal person isn't going to know that that is different from a regular Chrysler 300. And even a Chrysler 300 isn't necessarily something that a normal person will go, oh, that's a fast car. Because it's 4 doors, it's a big car, it looks sort of like a luxury, it's American. Yeah, Daimler kind of owned. Anyway, it's American. Let's just say it's American. The American brand anyway. And then it's like a big boat. It's just like another boat from that era of Buicks and Cadillacs and big Chevys and stuff like that. So, or on the Chrysler side, the Imperials and stuff like that. It's just a big boat. It's not fast. It's nothing special. And then it has, but the SRT8 has the Hemi, and it's like, here's a 6.1 liter with like 400 horsepower. That's not what anyone was expecting. So it's fast. It's actually quite fast. To me, that's a sleeper. Yes, if you're a car guy, you're gonna know about those cars because you're like, oh, something rear-wheel drive. This is awesome. You're also gonna about the Hemi version because it's like, oh, that's got the Hemi, like that's legendary, and 400. You're just like, that's a car you're aware of. So yeah, if you take it to a car show, it's not a sleeper. If you're just driving it down the road, I would say that it is a sleeper. Now, that's my definition, and I understand that that's sort of a loose thing, but some people hold it a lot more strictly. They are like a sleeper. A true sleeper is something that like even car enthusiasts go, that's nothing special or whatever, and yet then it blows the doors off of them. Like a 97 Dodge Caravan with like an LS swap kind of deal in the back, and like it just looks stock on the outside, and then it just like destroys because it's all-wheel drive, and like it's just insane, right? The reason why that's a sleeper is because no one knows. Even car enthusiasts are just like, yeah, it's a Dodge Caravan. And then when it blows them away, they're just like, what? And it is the greatest thing. And I agree with you on that. I would say that a sleeper that is the most amazing thing in the world, like that, like a Dodge Caravan, all-wheel drive LS swap. Yeah, that is a sleeper, and that is amazing. And I think that's Kyle's watching. What's up, buddy? Yeah, it is a nice chair. Did this myself. This was a garage special. Got this for free. And then it used to be orange, and I painted it with fabric. Made some fabric paint up. Sprayed it with the air gun. A little white. Anyway, sidetrack. So the back to sleepers. So yeah, a 97 Dodge Caravan with an LS swap. all-wheel drive conversion is a sleeper for anyone. Well, actually, there's a few more criteria to make this the ultimate sleeper, because this is, again, this is a thing you gotta draw a line on. It has to look factory stock. So I'm talking the Dodge Caravan that's like kind of rusted, that like purpley 90s color, and like all the hubcaps are missing. So it's like just like black steel rims with like same width tires, and like just that is a sleeper. There is no distinguishing it from the regular base van, and yet here it is with an all-wheel drive LS swap. So it's like that's a sleeper. I would argue, if you're going to be like really anal about this, if the person puts aftermarket wheels on it that are like performance based, even if they're like maybe you can get away with like Canadian Tire Fasts, because it's like sometimes you would see those on those vans, but I would say that makes it less of a sleeper. I think it needs to be factory wheels. But anyway, if the car, you know, has something different from factory, something aftermarket that says, you know, oh, there's something here, like there's something racy or sporty, like then, you know, it takes away from its true sleeperness. And some people would notice, like I would notice, if a 97 Dodge Caravan had a different set of wheels on it. Because I just would. That's what I do. So yeah, I think, you know, that being said, I don't draw the line that tight for sleepers, because then it would almost be like impossible for like factory cars, like factory sleepers, which is a real thing. Yeah, you have to accept that there's a factory sleeper. Now again, the SRT8, if we'll go back to the SRT8, is it a factory sleeper? I can see how people would argue no, because it's got the badges and people know, and there are definitely more extreme cases of factory sleepers over the years where like they're just so, like even the original, the BMW M5, like the original like E34, you know, that thing was a race car underneath, but like on the exterior, like it didn't even have any M5 badges. Like there was like one, like a lower spoiler or something. Like there was like so little different on that car that you just wouldn't know. And to me, that's a sleeper. Like you here's a thing that's never been done before. You never see these sports sedans, and all of a sudden one exists, and they don't even like, you don't even know it is when you look at it. Yeah, that's a sleeper. So but here's back to the SRT8 and why I would say it is a sleeper. That car does have some badging on it saying it's SRT8, but not much. There's like a badge on the back, and then it has that little front lip, and has the SRT8 wheels. But like the wheels are probably the biggest big giveaway. But other than that, there's no reason to think that that car is like not just a big boat from the 70s kind of deal. But yeah, because it's a sleeper, or because anyway, because of all of those reasons, I would say that car's a sleeper. So that's why I allow like factory sleepers into the mix quite a bit. And I would go as far to say like that any car that is made like faster than it is in normal spec could be a sleeper, potentially, depending on the significance of the difference. So like yeah, I don't know what a good example is. A car that comes with like a 4-cylinder model, and then there's like an option for like a different 4-cylinder model, like a bigger, like there's a 2-liter, and then there's like a 2.3, and the 2.3 has like slightly like 15 more horsepower or something like that. It's like that's not enough to like be a sleeper. The base model versus like the top model isn't enough to be like the definition of a sleeper. The top model has to be something crazy. So anyway, that's what I was thinking. That's what I think about sleepers. I'd love to know what you guys think. If there were more people, if this was a bigger channel and there were people like commenting all the time here in the chat, then we could have a conversation, which would be so cool. But yeah, I really comment on this because I am really curious to see what people are driving or have driven, or what they think is a sleeper. Like, you know, do you think the Chrysler 300 SRT8 is a sleeper? you know, what about the Dodge Ram SRT10 truck that we did? Like, is that a sleeper? Um, Again, I would think that that is a sleeper. Are they good to sleep in? Kyle says, "Are they good to sleep in?" Is that's a definition of a sleeper? Then I would say an R32 GTR is a great sleeper, in my opinion. The 1990 Nissan Skyline GTR, great sleeper. Me and Kyle bought one, and we bought it out west in Grand Prairie in February of last year, and then we drove it, cannonballed it back to Michigan. So we drove, I don't know how far that is in 30 hours, kind of deal. And we just drove the whole time, and we just took turns sleeping, and it has amazingly comfortable seats. Like the GTR is such a good GT car. It's like it's just such a it's like a really good car because it does car stuff really well. The seats are comfortable. It handles really great. It's super fun to drive. It's quick. It's not like, I wouldn't say it's fast by today's standards, but you can make it fast with mods. So it's such a good car, but it's definitely a sleeper's car because we slept in it and it was just amazing. Just like put the seat down and sleep. So good. Um, yeah, I totally think it's got really good cooling, so it's not great for winter because it was hard to keep heat in the car. But you just bundle up and it's good. Anyway, if you don't know what I'm talking about, we did a bunch of videos on it. You can go look it up. The GTR trip flip thing, because we sold it. We sold it to a guy in LA actually once we got back to Michigan, and yeah, we made a good profit on that car, enough to pay for the trip and have some money in our pockets. So that was a good decision. Like to do another one of those in the not too distant future. So we'll see. Anyway, I think I'm gonna end it for now. It was great talking to you guys. Yeah, I'm looking for formats to do more of, and the vlog seems kind of fun to me. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's a good idea, and we'll see a lot of these, but it's certainly fun to do. Anyway, if you like this video, go watch. I always say go watch 2 more, and then if you like those, subscribe. This is a weird new format for us, so I would say go watch like 3 others, and if you like it, subscribe. And if you don't like it and you just like this one, come back and comment on this, and we'll do more of these. No, we're gonna keep doing stuff because it's fun. Cool. Well, I'm gonna see you guys later. So thanks for fellow primates for checking this out, and we'll see you next time.